Okay, we're starting streaming.
And we're live. Welcome to the Wednesday Nights, a group of friends playing role-playing games for their own amusement and yours, but mostly their own. Wednesdays, we live stream our Roll20 adventures here on Twitch, but be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, where you can watch all of our previous episodes. And that's at the Wednesday Nights with a K, N-I-G-H-T-S. Tonight we have Bryce.
Hello, hello.
And we have Eldermane.
Good evening.
And Keith.
What's up?
And of course, Hans.
Hi.
I am GM Jeremy, but Supers, the role-playing game, and we are continuing our campaign here known as HAA Rises. It is a killer campaign set in a steampunk 18th century Europe. So that being said, join our superpowered heroes as they hunt down the secret organization known as HAA. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to GM Bryce.
Excellent. Thank you for that intro, Cliff. So we are picking up at the Temple of Hastur down in the Antarctica. Through our adventures, we started up in northern England, chasing down the origins of the secret organization of the hot air antagonist known as HAA. And through all the trials and tribulations, our heroes have found what they believe is the source to HAA's power, giving power to all their machines as well as their mind powers to their priests. And so you have infiltrated this temple, having first come across a group of priests seeming in some sort of trance, ritual, sending something. So you guys jumped them, killed them, moved on into the building, and have come across a bunch of storerooms, bunch of warm weather gear, as well as foodstuffs, and just basic amenities for the people that are staying here. And with that, we're just going to pick up and go, because we are at the very end of this adventure and a little short on time, so you can catch our past episodes there on YouTube. So, all right, what are our heroes going to do? What do you guys do?
Oh, yes.
I think we head into this room.
Okay, I believe a couple of you have drinking those pink vials that give you the boosted powers. Was it Spectrum and Strake? Is that correct?
No.
Fenric Winchester did drink one of those, and I have 2 hours on it.
And Spectrum, I believe you did. You had 6 hours on yours?
Correct.
Okay. So everyone, I don't know if you guys caught it because I kind of threw it there in the middle because I almost forget. You do have 2 temporary competency dice from the Congo before you got here. So I want to make sure you guys all got those. You have Mwala's protection from outside, the native child that can negate the mental powers, and as well as the pink vials, which 2 of you have drinking. Excellent. Okay, so just want to make sure we're all caught up on bonuses and all that. So let's go ahead and pick it up.
Okay, so I think we want to move ahead because there wasn't in these 2 sections of this room, right?
Yeah, these are just storerooms, like I said, basic foodstuffs, frozen fish, water, like big chunks of ice that you melt down for water, some crates of warm clothes. If any of you needed some more warm clothes, there's good Arctic gear in here. Yeah, but that's about it.
Okay,
Very sparse, very basic. Sorry, what's that?
let's scope out this entrance, this next room.
And I'm going to be hovering on my stone disc.
Yeah, you guys are in like an ice cave, very giant. The ceilings are like 50 feet tall. The squares are 5 feet wide, so it's very large. Even the hallways are like 10, 12 feet wide.
That's right, because I got a hot rock on my floating,
Yes, it's very cold. You're in Antarctica, in a large mountain temple. So it's very cold. The ice it's mostly glacial ice, but there is like lumps of dirt and rock. So you are able to pull some power, Nikolai, but there's not a whole lot to work with around here.
Okay.
All right, so it continues with another room. Again, just kind of a storeroom in here. There's some tables and whatnot. That's about it.
As my power fades on my axe, I keep reapplying it to keep it heated and ready for
Sure.
action.
Yep. Everything's dimly lit. Um,
What is
some
that?
like gas lamps every once in a while, but it's mostly dark. It's pretty gloomy. There's a pinky fog, if you remember, in the air. You know, as you guys breathe out and the steam, it's kind of pink colored. Just everything's got this kind of pink hue to it.
I think Fenric had a question.
What's up, Fenric?
Oh, I was just wondering what was in the background. It sounded like a unhappy.
Oh, the whining? That's my Great Dane. He's a big baby. He's unhappy because he can't get in with mom in the bedroom.
Oh,
So he's telling me all about it. Sorry, I didn't know you guys could pick that up. That's funny.
That's funny.
Okay. Well, sneak around, look for traps, secret doors.
Look for trap secret doors. Nope.
Wrong game.
Wrong game. So you guys continue into that room, or at least Drake is, and you see a hallway continues. There's a small doorway to the right, or opening. It's not really a doorway. It's not really small either, 10 feet wide. And then a slope going up to another area of the temple, it looks like. And running out from this hallway at the sound of you guys coming are a couple of the priests. Roll initiative.
Individual.
Yes, always.
And Nikolai got a 10.
Is that really a 16? That's the highest initiative I've ever rolled.
Strake is on fire.
I got a 16 as well.
16.
Fenric got 23.
Wrong answer. All right, so our combat order is going to go thus. It's going to go Fenric, one of the priests, Spectrum Strake, the other priest, then Nikolai. So Fenric, stop buzzing me out. You are first. Go.
Sorry, my
Two priests jumped out.
girlfriend just sent me crotch shots.
Hello.
Poster, it didn't happen.
That's private. I am going to stretch out and hit the priest with my stretchy body.
He's going to dodge.
31.
My fucking god, dude. I rolled an 11. Let's see, 11, 17, 23, 29. He is dead. You wrap yourself around his neck and snap it like a twig.
Fenric,
I mean-
murder machine.
I do have that. It's that potion that's giving me 2 extra dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Now the question is that the priest that was going to go next?
Oh shit, good question. I didn't differentiate. Odd he is, even he's not. Even he's not. Okay.
Okay, so my turn then?
Yes, it is.
I'm just going to blast this.
All right, you blast your plasma ray at him.
That was a horribly low roll.
I got
However,
a 15.
It's still 22.
God damn. All right.
Potion.
Yeah, he's pretty blasted. He gets knocked back. Douche. He's pretty beat up, but he is still standing. Strake, you're up.
So, how many feet can we run?
Oh, for Strake, for you, it is you can move 6 squares and still take action, or 12 up to square 12 max for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run over here and chop him in the head.
Go for it.
Laser axe.
I rolled a 9.
19.
9, 15. Yep, he dies. Skadoosh. You blast him. Dead. And there through the doorway, you see kind of like a kitchen area. You can see some coals that can be lit in like this small pit with a little bar running over it where you can like hang, food to cook, like a pot or anything like that over the fire. It's currently not lit, so it's pretty cold in here. And some stacks of food and a table there in the middle of the room. Nothing else.
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
Look through it. There's nothing.
No, just a basic kitchen.
Is there something you're looking for, Strake? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I mean, are you hungry? There's some jerky, dried fish.
Make a sandwich.
There is some water that hasn't fully frozen over yet, if you're thirsty.
Is there any booze?
Yes, there is booze. There's rum.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to get.
Because it doesn't freeze at frozen temperatures like water.
All this
It's
fighting.
pink rum though.
All this fighting. Better hydrate.
Yeah, you guys are bundled up in a lot of furs, except for Fenric. He's down to his underwear. It's like so hot for him.
Don't want to get your electrolytes low. Get those glutes.
That's why I will take the rum.
All right.
Keep going.
All right, you go up the stairway. You see to the left of you what look like cells, or rooms of some kind. Not cells like gel cells, just little rooms. And to the right are little alcoves with a pit in the hole or in the floor. It looks something like a latrine, probably.
Fenric, check the latrine for gems.
There
Or
might
booze.
be some booze
Or
down
booze. Bet you there's booze down there. Or used booze.
People don't put booze in the latrine.
After they drink it, they do.
there. Pirates do when they're hiding it.
Fenric got a new power. He can desolidify through walls.
Apparently so, yeah. Strake to your left as you go through past that open doorway, you do see it's a cell, small bed, some shelving, very sparse, but yeah, obviously a couple people live here.
It looks like a room, not like a prison.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Anything in the room? As I sneak around?
Not really. Some personal belongings, but nothing of merit. A few coins, some letters from back home in France.
Those few aren't there anymore.
Fucking French.
Those Frenchies. They're probably Canadian
I chop
as well.
his bed just in case.
Okay, you smash his bed with your laser axe, plasma axe.
Goddamn French. No more good
And
sleep.
it's a mimic.
And another room,
Empty as well.
empty as well. And another room that has a priest in it, and as you walk by and he looks up and sees you, you see him and roll initiative.
Nikolai got a 5. He's slowing down.
You're like, what?
I got a 7.
28 for Fenric.
Fucking Fenric. Sorry for the viewers. I do cuss a lot. Apologies.
Well, the funny thing about that, here's Fenric, this rubbery, stretchy otter, and everyone's rolling initiative, and even though he's like way down here, I can just imagine his head super fast just stretches and pops up like, hey, and he gets to go first, right? So like, hey,
Pretty much.
Spectrum
Pretty
thought he was
much.
going to go, but hey, how's it going?
What's going on up here, guys? All right, Spectrum, what'd you roll?
13, sorry.
All right, so battle order is going to be Fenric, Spectrum, Priest, Strake, Nikolai. So Fenric, you're first. What do you do?
I'm going to constrict.
You stretch out. God, you're going to kill him.
I got a bunch of ones, though. 25.
And I got a 12, 18, 24. He's still standing. He's pretty choked out, but he's still standing. And that brings up Spectrum.
You said he's still standing, though?
Yes, he's not dead.
Well, let's correct that.
Karate chop to the forehead.
Nah, I'm just going to blast him.
Okay.
Was Fenric all the way over there, or is just his head wraps around, or his neck wraps around the bad guy? And he could still be mostly standing by me.
Pretty much where Fenric wants to be at this point, within 180 feet or some crazy shit like that.
Oh, that's so gross.
It is pretty disturbing at times, yes.
I constrict.
All right, go ahead and roll it, Spectrum.
26.
I rolled a 1.
The guy doesn't have a head anymore.
He's there's nothing left of him. Seriously, there's nothing left. There's nothing there.
There's little bits all over Fenric. Fenric's got to be covered in blood.
Poof. No, because it's plasma. It's vaporized.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right. Watch The Boys, and they have a stretchy guy on that, and it's really gross because he stretches more realistically, hairy, stretchy guy. It's really gross. Plug The Boys. Right, stream it right now on Amazon. Free plug. Amazon, pay us money.
Okay, so you guys move
I
up.
don't understand.
Another small little alcove with a bed in it, and then a passageway that heads down.
Down to the right?
Yep, down to the right.
This ends.
That's just another small alcove with a little bed, just a room, but a smaller one, as it's kind of carved out of the natural rock and ice.
Is there anything under the bed?
Pair of boots.
A monster.
Belt.
That would be funny.
Big fucking rat. No, there are no rats.
It's too cold. Okay, laser axe up, ready to rock. Let's head down. Is there a bad feeling about going down into the pit of hell?
My detector going off?
Oh yeah, your detector this whole time since you got here, I thought I told you that, has just been spinning in circles. If it was a compass, it's just off the charts. Yeah, lots of power here. That helps if I turn on reveal, doesn't it?
Nothing here.
So you have a passageway that goes forks and continues east, both of them, one to the north, keep sloping down, and one to the kind of southern end, and it stops sloping.
Do we hear anything or?
No, very quiet. A little bit of wind. pink kind of misty glow everywhere. The east one, straight as you kind of move closer, it looks like it kind of opens up a little bit. Up there, Nikolai, by you, the other one just continues on.
Should we explore? This looks like a chamber up here. You want to do the chamber first?
Yeah, let's take a look at that bottom one.
Okay. We'll go down there.
Whoa.
You see what looks like kind of a collapse where it starts going back into the worked stone, the ancient worked stone. And this appears to be breaking into a very large room.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, we're gonna head on.
Yeah, I think that's going.
Okay, Spectrum, you run up to one of the entranceways there that has collapsed. You know, there's a bunch of stone there and some ice boulders, and you walk into what appears to be a large chamber. It's highly domed. It's about 120 feet tall in a dome. There are 4 large pillars that go about halfway up, covered in the strange pattern with the looked like serpents or tentacles or something of that nature. Other than that, it appears empty. There's a bit of an echo in here as you walk or make any noise. It just kind of echoes a little bit.
All right, I'm going to be hovering off the ground as I pass through.
Yep,
I'm
you're
going
making no noise.
to skirt around the outside as well.
Okay.
I'm going to stretch myself to where I can like reach the ceiling and just kind of examine it.
Okay, there's nothing up there. There's no marks, you know, from like fires or, you know, glyphs or anything like that.
Is there any
It's all rounded like a dome.
Is there any openings to outside, or is it pretty enclosed in?
No, it's very closed in. It's all that solid ancient stone.
Anything on top of those 4 pillars?
No, they end in rounded tips. They go about halfway up, so they're about 60 feet tall. About what, 8 feet, 6 feet wide diameter.
And these look like that pillar that we buried in that town in the Congo.
Oh, the black one? No, this isn't the black pillars. No, these are just normal, kind of decorative, if you will. Maybe they help with the echoing effect.
Nothing else in here?
Nope. Absolutely bare.
I rubbed this pillar right here.
Okay. You rub the
Going?
tentacles on it. Nothing happens.
Should we go back to the downward slope? This might lead around to the entrance here.
Well, let's see if it does lead around to the entrance, since we're already headed this way.
So we have an exit.
Okay, so you go that way. Okay, and it looks like a small antechamber or entrance chamber to the larger one. Again, nothing in here, no markings, no furniture, nothing, empty, bare. Damn, Spectrum, you move fast.
Yeah, she does.
And that opens up into a hallway about 10, 12 feet wide, cut from the ice, lined with the ancient stone. There seems like a broken hole in the wall straight across from you in the passageway that goes north and south.
Ooh.
Okay, and when we look south or to the right there, that just looks down the hallway towards the entrance that we came in, right? Or is there something blocking the way?
Oh, very far down. There's something down there. I mean, it's not just a straight hallway, but I mean, again, your vision is impaired a little bit from all the mist and lack of light, unless any of you can like see through all that shit. across Fenric, right there where you're standing, there in front of you is, it seems like kind of a collapse or hollowed out cave. Like the floor gave out and just everything here dropped through. It's just kind of a large pit. There's kind of a rough path that goes down part way, but it doesn't look like there's anything down there.
Okay, yeah, because I can stretch my neck down there to take a peek.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing down there, just ice boulders and rocks. Basically just a natural kind of cave-in created it. Again, this place is like super, super ancient. This stone is so old. It like speaks a language even Nikolai has trouble keeping up with.
Do we want to explore south and make sure nothing's coming up behind us, or?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. But the military line says yes.
Can we send Fenric, who can run really fast, to just stretch and zoom down there and see if that all connects?
I think that's a good idea too.
I can do it.
Fenny.
Hold.
Fenny Fen Fen.
Fenric's the canary, huh? Okay. All right, Fenric. So you start down the passageway, and it slopes quite severely up, covered with the rocks, and it looks like it opens into a very large chamber. Okay.
Now it looks like it opens up into darkness. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Damn.
Okay, so this is another large chamber, much like the one that you came in from the back way. This has walls covered in markings that are in glyphs that are very strange and arcane. They're just kind of hard to look at. They just kind of make your brain hurt just even trying to comprehend the markings. They're just so foreign and odd even to you being a space otter. Just kind of makes you sick, makes you kind of seasick just looking at them. The pillars are covered in the tentacles, and that's about it. There's one, these three circles here are, let me turn this on here. There we go. These three circles are three very large round tables. Chairs around them, made of wood. Other than that, there's nothing there.
Get on top of this one.
What are the,
Appears like some sort of grand hall or something. One part of the wall has caved in a little bit. The ancient stone. The ice is kind of broken through natural. And to the south, you can tell that that's where it links up
Yeah.
to the entrance.
Up there. It looks like there's an opening there.
There is a small passage that goes off to the west.
There's that western passage. I'm going to stretchy down here and poke my head around this corner.
See a small alcove room. Holds some old rotting boxes, and that's it. You're not sure what this room was used for. There is a passage that continues.
I pull apart like one of the rotting boxes.
Okay, you pull apart the rotting box. Whatever was in it is long gone.
And that path continues. Well,
it does. There is like some. It seems pretty like rubble strewn on the floor. Unlike most everywhere else, where it's pretty clean.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back to the group and relay what I saw.
What about to the west down there?
Go back. Your job isn't finished, Canary.
Well, I mean, I'll go down and check. I mean,
we can all go.
Sure.
Yeah, because we have that western passage, and back closer to where we came in, there's a rubble-strewn passage that continues to the east.
Okay. So, Fenric, you start down that passage?
Yeah.
You see down the passage a very large room, in the middle of which is a giant throne, surrounded with like a small palisade decorated in all these very grotesque shapes and forms surrounding this throne. In front of it, you see kneeling with his back to you what looks very familiar figure by the name of Plague, who you met in the Congo and leads the Awaken half of HAA, which seems to be where all their superpowers come from. In front of him, you see a very massive figure sitting in the throne. This guy right here.
Disgusting.
Oh, he's very disturbing to look at. Very, very disturbing. Very unnatural. Instead of the yellow, it's of course pink, much like the corks. Feast your eyes in on that, and he looks up as soon as you meet eyes upon him, and you hear in your minds that voice again. Ah, finally, children, I get to set my eyes upon you. Come in, don't be shy.
Where I'm standing, there's now otter poop.
Yeah. What'd you say this table was made out of?
Wood.
Damn it.
Back in the grand hall, yeah, those are large round wooden tables.
What's this pillar made out of?
The ancient stone.
Excellent.
It's the ancient stone. It's hard for you to manipulate, remember. You tested it on the front of the building.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So do we go in swinging?
Or do we want to let him monologue?
I mean, is he really going to make us a deal that's going to turn us into bad guys and we're just going to take over the world with our superpowers and use them for evil?
Nah, I want to take these guys out.
Okay. Then we're going to have to...
He, at your hesitation on walking into the room, he puts one hand up, palm facing towards you, and the other hand, with his index finger out, starts making like a circle motion next to that. And it starts leaving sparks behind his finger, and then this energy starts sparking in between this circle that he's creating.
Yeah, can I blast him?
And it turns into like this wavy mirror effect, like shimmery mirror effect, and you see the identical two things mirroring that start appearing back here. And on one side, walking through, you recognize your first old nemesis, Maniac. Looks like he's got a new gun from the one that you destroyed. And he comes walking through, and on the other side, flying through and up, you see your old nemesis, Blue Flame.
It's gonna hurt, guys. And that was the hentai monster that was doing the swirly thing, or Plague?
The hentai monster.
This guy.
Okay, because you said hand, and I'm not seeing a hand.
So I'm going to go ahead.
He has hands. I'm sorry, I'm not hitting my wall.
I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative.
I'll join you with that.
See, he does have hands. He has regular arms.
Oh, there is something there that's hand-like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I rolled a 10.
So you can only surmise through his actions that this must be the one controlling them all. This must indeed be Master Hester.
Attack.
And he's still just sitting in his throne.
I got an 8.
Not for long. What's the stone made out? Was that throne made?
Oh, the ancient stone.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, this place is ancient. Yeah, it's hard for you to control, dude.
I'll take my chances.
Crush him with his own throne.
You should have drank a potion.
It's not too late.
It would have boosted his mental power, remember?
Oh yeah.
Only you and Spectrum, because you're made from this stuff, get the full benefit.
Wait.
I rolled a 10 for initiative.
Why, children, why do you fight your creator? I made some of you.
This
Rolled a
is
12.
disgusting.
I rolled a whopping 17.
Attack.
Yes, we're gonna enter here.
Well,
On our initiatives, I suppose.
yeah, I mean, I rolled initiative because I'm going to be doing some stuff.
Sounds like you.
Sorry, I got a lot of character sheets to thumb through here, so it's going to go a little bit slow while I get initiative rolling, but then we're set.
I can't get in there before I throw something in there. So
I was watching some gameplay of the new, what is it, Gears 5? One of the monsters had a gun that basically shot like saw blades, like circular saw blades.
Oh, that would be badass.
Yeah, it was, and he had quite a few of them that he was spitting out. It was pretty gnarly.
Wasn't there a gun like that in it was an old PS2 game. Oh shoot.
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are several examples of guns like that
Bonds
in games and whatnot.
stayed up all night playing Twisted Metal. Eating
Oh,
All right, guys, what'd you roll for initiatives?
8.
12.
10.
17 for Fenric.
Nikolai?
10.
All right. So battle order is going to go this. Hastur is going to be
sorry. Yeah, 10.
10. Okay. So battle order is this. Hastur is going to be going first, followed by Fenric, and then Blue Flame, and then Plague, Strake. Nikolai, what is your reaction?
2D.
Okay. Then Maniac, then Nikolai. You and Maniac rolled the same, but he has a higher base reaction, so he goes first. Okay. So Hastur is going to Mind Blast Fenric. And you feel someone trying to take over your body and just basically make you stop and freeze.
I have a feeling.
How do you mentally defend?
Well, I guess if he's doing a mind attack, it's just will or competency, isn't it?
Composure.
Yes, it would be because you have no mental power. You get a +2 dice from Walla.
Goodness for that.
Hey, where's our little buddy at?
Outside.
Why is our little buddy outside? Doesn't he protect us? Doesn't he protect our brain?
They are down. Yeah, he's got a 300-foot range. He's near the entrance. He's actually kind of where you guys killed those summoners.
Oh yeah, I see him down here.
With Obongo. Him and Obongo are just kind of hanging off to the side there, hiding.
I rolled a 15.
Why? I tell you to get out of the way.
You rolled a what?
15.
Okay. It did get through. You take 1 damage in the stat that you rolled.
Shit.
I rolled a 19.
You can use your temporary dice. I don't know if it's worth it, but
No,
Yeah, everything you guys used before this temple, you have reset, you know.
well, the temporary die only gives me 1 more die, and I rolled a 50.
Yes.
That's true.
But you can roll more than one. I mean, you can roll all of them in one shot if you want to, but you only get 1 use out of
Okay,
them.
no, that's fine. I just if it's I don't think it's that strong of an attack right now, but we'll save them for later.
Fenric, you feel yourself kind of freezing up. Kind of feeling sluggish, but with that said, you still get to go next.
Well, I'm going to wrap up because Plague doesn't ooze right away. I'm going to wrap up Plague.
You're going to touch him?
Well, is he oozy?
Not yet.
I
Nothing's
could.
touched him. Then you have Maniac cocking his giant Gatling crystal shooter, and then you have Blue Flame smirking at you all.
I can stretch out 300 feet, so I could actually reach Maniac, couldn't I?
Doing the short math, I believe you can. Yeah, you can.
Stretch a finger. Circle his neck.
Oh, besides Maniac.
Okay, you wrapping yourself around his head against that helmet again? You guys gonna go at it like you did first go around?
I'm stronger this time and jacked up.
Okay, because he's got those spikes on his helmet. You know, he's gonna start thrashing around trying to knock you off.
He can try.
He is.
Ooh, that's nice. Nice.
I'm gonna tell him, hey, wrap him up. That's a good idea. We'll get 1 more
What?
dice.
I rolled a 41.
Maybe not.
Keith, are you giving him a leadership die?
No, he doesn't need a leadership.
He doesn't need a leadership die. You rolled what? A 41?
1.
All right, I rolled a 24. 24, 30, 36. Okay, so 3 point. Okay. He's just spitting out spittle and just growling at you. Ah, stop it! Ah, I hate you, Badger. Ah.
Stupid 1s and 3s. Could have been higher.
He's thrashing all around with his helmet. You mostly have it covered up, and you're poking your fingers in, jabbing him in the eye, pulling out a tooth, doing everything you can to him.
Sweet. I will badger the fuck out of him.
And now it is Blue Flame. He's gonna fly out. He's about 40, 50 feet up in the air. And let's see, he can see Spectrum, Nikolai, and Fenric.
How tall is the wall around the throne?
About 4 feet.
Okay.
Spectrum, he's going after you. He shoots these balls of blue flame out of his fists, going straight for you. How do you defend?
That is a good question.
It's gold versus blue.
I am. I'm going to try and dodge him.
Okay, roll it.
Okay, I'll tell you to roll out of the way. Add another die.
Awesome. And I got an 18.
I got a 25.
I was afraid of that.
I rolled a lot of 6s.
So that's 2 damage to.
So let's see. That would be. What did you roll?
I rolled an 18.
18, 24. It'd be 2 damage.
Now, if I was using athleticism as an aptitude, I mean, that's legitimate for a defense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you could use that instead of dodge if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, that's what I was thinking I was using. I was dodging using athleticism.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Either way, it's 3 dice. I mean, reaction, athleticism, fighting, they're all 3 dice.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, no wonder you lost.
However,
so you do lose 2.
I'd rather have 2 damage versus that than my reaction, for instance.
Okay, yeah, because it's fortitude. You take 2 dice to fortitude.
Oh, okay.
You try and dodge the
Regardless.
blue flame, and the balls hit you and splatter you with this searing blue flame that just sears on contact and causes you massive amounts of pain.
Okay.
Oh yeah, your damage you take to your raw attributes. If there's any splash, you don't lose like your power.
Gotcha.
So yeah, when you guys hit these guys like Fenric, he doesn't take points against the guy's armor. He takes points against his fortitude. So yeah, I mean he's getting hurt.
So was that 2 dice or 1 dice to get damage with?
He took 2d to his fortitude.
Uh-oh.
He got blasted back. Douche. And has some singed marks all over him. Some of his hair's burnt. So if you change, I'll have to ask that offline. Anyways,
You mean
okay.
Spectrum has some singe?
Oh yes, massively. You just got hit by 2 blue balls, 2 flaming blue balls.
She does. Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
To the face.
She just got fed the blue balls. And now we're on to plague. Oh, he remembers you, Nikolai.
I was just gonna say, so we meet again.
He fucking remembers you. Oh, that's right. Oh, you just feel the hate just seething out of him as he starts slowly walking towards you, his arm out towards you. Nikolai, come embrace me. And he shoots his mental blast out at you. How do you defend?
Mental blast.
Don't you have mental defense?
I
can
have a
use mental
shield that's not very
defenses.
powerful, but I'd probably do better to, use my willpower to will it away. So I'll defend with willpower. 3d6.
Okay. You get a +2 from Walla.
Yeah, it makes it 11.
You rolled an 11?
Yep.
I rolled a 12.
Oof. No.
That would be 1 point of will damage unless you want to use an aid.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea to yell and run out and get out of the way of his mental attack. Or one of your TCDs.
So
Concentrate, Nikolai. Don't let him in.
Yeah. So now my willpower's down to 2d. Is that right?
Well,
Yeah. Strike, are you using your leadership?
I was going to. Yeah, you can add 1 dice.
Okay. You get 1 extra die now. Anything but a 1. Tie goes to attacker.
Oh, okay.
He's giving you a boost.
I got a 5.
Okay. You survive the attack with the aid of Strake.
Ugh. Thanks.
Just barely. You have a headache. And you have this menacing figure marching towards you. His mask is back on, covering his true face.
He's gonna have a body ache. He's gonna have a brain ache because he's gonna have a stone spear going through his brain pan.
We'll see. That stone doesn't like you. Strake.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna run to here and do a full Metal Alchemist, like 2 hands on the ground, and shoot lines of power towards him, kind of like a Haruken fireball, but on the ground, and explode.
Okay.
Explode
To Plague?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You jump around the side and thrust your hands down on the floor, and it's almost like a Tesla coil. Just all these lines of energy just start sparking and crackling at Plague.
I'm gonna use both my temporary dice.
Oh, Jesus. You're not going to hold back.
23 plus 6 more, so 29.
Okay. He's just going to use his fortitude. That's about his best bet. I rolled a 26. You rolled a 49.
Oh, 29.
29. Okay. 29, 35, 41, 47. Okay, so he takes 4d damage. Ouch.
Oh, no, I rolled a 29.
Oh, you rolled a 29?
Yeah. So only 1d probably. If he rolled a 25, you said?
I rolled a 26. So yeah, he takes 1d.
Ah.
Still, he gets shocked and blasted back. Kush.
Finish him off.
Okay.
I'm trying.
All right, that was Strake. Now that brings us to Maniac. Nikolai, you really get to go before Spectrum? Wow.
I guess so.
All right, Maniac is going to try and pull you off, Fenric.
Hans, what are you defending with?
Hans, what are you going to do?
Muted.
Oh, that was on mute.
He's going to pull you off and throw you down.
So I am going to avoid his hands with
Okay.
my
Reaction? I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 19.
All right, he fails to pry you off of him. Oh, he's so pissed off. He's just staggering around. Can't see. Can hardly breathe.
Good.
Nikolai.
All right. So I am going to, because I'm sitting on that stone disc of mine, so I'm going to spin that around 360, slide off, spin that thing like a saw straight up.
Okay, at Plague.
And I rolled a 31.
Oh, shit.
He has 1 less die.
Oh, fuck me. I rolled a 5.
Yes.
Bad time to fumble. Oh, Jesus. You said 36?
31.
31. 5, 11, 17, 23. He crumples to the floor
Yeah.
in halves.
Nice.
Sawed him right in half. Shoom, all Darth Maul style.
Excellent.
Except fountains of blood.
Right. Blood.
Yeah, because that's not energy driven. So yeah, that's quite gruesome.
Disgusting.
Fountains of black ichor.
All right, Spectrum, that brings us to you. Plague just got killed. Maniac and Fenric are in a wrestling contest that Fenric seems to be winning. You have Blue Flame that has blasted you, and Hustur, who's just sitting here taking it all in.
All right, I'm gonna move up here next to Strake and blast Hester and Blue Flame using the AoE.
Okay, as you do that, Hester makes his motion again and opens this small wavering circle, and you see a second one opening just in front of him and Blue Flame as your power goes shooting towards them.
What is it he opens?
Looks like some sort of portal.
Okay. And I'm presuming there's no way to avoid this.
No, this is his defense to your attack.
Right. 33. No, 34, sorry.
And I got a 26. So 26, 32. So it swallows most of the energy that you shoot out at them, but some of it makes it just around the gate and splashes around and seems to hit them. Hastur doesn't seem affected at all. Oh, excuse me. Blue Flame, however, gets knocked back and does seem a little hurt.
Okay.
Some of that blue flame kind of pittered out and made some black splotches, but then it lit back on fire again quickly. And he was
Right.
knocked back in the air.
All right. And then I'm just going to duck down here because I didn't like that torching.
Okay, and now it is Hestur's turn. Fenric, you feel something like picking you up by the back of your neck.
The fuck?
Almost like an invisible hand, like you're just being picked up in the air and then tossed off of Maniac. How do you mentally defend?
I guess I'll mentally defend the same way as before. So how will you wait?
Oh, shit.
Can I still use will?
Yeah, new round.
So I might be wanting to use competency dice on that. Old dice. Well, sort of.
I rolled a 32.
Says fuck.
Hans, get out of the way.
I rolled a 20. Even with the defend that.
Well, get one more dice.
Wait, is
I'm yelling, using my leadership to give
Yeah,
you one
you
more
get
dice.
one boost roll. So whatever boost, temporary dice, regular competency dice, or leadership or whatever, you have to use it all at once. So you don't get to add and then re-add. So Strake is going to give you a leadership die. Is there anything else you want to do?
He's at 32 and I'm at 20.
Correct. So you take 3 points of damage right now.
Fuck, I'm using both dice.
Okay, so you have a total of 3.
So we've got 4, 4, 4. That's 12. Damn it. That puts you right at 32.
So you are also right at 32. Okay, so you are even. You do take 1 damage to whatever against whatever attribute you were rolling.
I'm not gonna be able to defend much anymore.
And you are pulled back and thrown on the floor away from Maniac.
That's better than 3.
Yeah, better than 3. You're still standing, I think. Are you?
Yep.
Barely. You got to be hurting now, dude.
Well, I've only taken 2 now.
Oh, okay. I thought you took 3 now.
Well,
All right, Fenric, that's you. You just got picked up by some invisible hand and thrown back on the floor.
Jumping back on Maniac.
And you just spring right back onto Maniac's face like some rabid weasel.
Pump his face to death, dude. You can do
I'm-
it, Fenric.
You know, it talks about how I can fit in small places in the book, like keyholes.
Yeah, you're like trying to poke in through his mask, but he's like whipping the mask around and trying to stop you with all the spikes and razor edges and everything. So it's hard for you to get through there even with your powers because his are super powered, you know, his suit.
Yeah, I just want to shove my butt down his throat because I can.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
like
throw-
prolapse your anus and start sticking it in his mouth. Dude, that is so gross. You're such
I'm
a
gonna-
sick
The
otter.
most disgusting
That is the
space otter
sickest shit
ever.
I've ever heard.
Even Hoster's like, ew.
He's
He prolapsed.
They
his
call
anus
me the
to
evil
choke him
one.
to death on it.
Cut to a shot of Rocket Raccoon going.
I don't know
"Ew."
if we're gonna get many fans after this one.
Yeah, okay. So I rolled a 20 in defense.
This is known as the close the mouth defense.
Right?
The chocolate starfish attack.
Oh, God damn it. 28.
I rolled a 20. That is 2. Oh my god. Okay. All right, he's still standing. And that is going to bring us to Blue Flame. Fenric, Blue Flame is attacking you.
What?
He's going to try, he's going to shoot his blue balls at you and try and knock you off of Maniac.
I will dodge.
Yeah, you see these blue flames hurtling at you, and you are just, your eyes are bugging out, like literally and figuratively, but literally because you're stretchy like that. You have like these giant eyeballs.
I don't like this at all.
Awooga! Awooga!
Any minuses in my roll?
Yeah, -2 to your roll. Well, no, it's major, isn't it major?
It is. Yep. it is.
-4 to your roll.
So that definitely knocks my roll down. This is gonna hurt. 11.
I rolled an 18, so you take 2d, and this would be your fortitude.
I'll add one more dice to that. That's my last one.
Okay, so I add 2 to what I just rolled that I forgot.
A 13. So you had an 11, so 13. So that's enough. Takes it to 1d.
All right.
1d to fortitude.
Got it.
Okay. Now I want you to roll your willpower target of 10. You do not use Mwala's bonus.
Willpower is the one I have -2 against from the.
Okay, from damage. Okay. This is your phobia check to make sure you stay in control.
I am not in control because I rolled a 9.
Okay. We'll deal with that when it gets to your turn.
we've got an out of control otter.
See, go whole rabid.
Once again, knocked off a maniac.
Well, given that he can't see any of us right now, hopefully that'll work in favor.
All right, and that's going to bring us to Plague, who bleeds on the ground quite well. And now that brings us to Strake. Strake, you're watching Fenric getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my put my axe on my side, pull out my rifle, run forward, do a sliding knee sniper shot to Maniac.
Don't slip in Plague's blood.
With a powered shot.
Okay, who again? I'm sorry.
To Maniac.
Maniac. Okay. All right.
23.
No, take out Fenric. He's out of control.
I rolled 13.
We gotta put him down. Fenric.
He's gone rabid. You shoot out, you slide across the floor and take a crack shot right in the middle of Maniac's breastplate, and it penetrates through a seam, killing him.
Yeah. That's right. Fenny Fen, I came for you.
His suit just kind of shuts down as his last, brain wave goes through it, and it just kind of stands there, frozen. Just power down.
His gun attached to him? Not that I can do
No, he
anything
just
about
holds it. Nope. It's huge and heavy, though. It's got this huge box full of these little spent crystals. Quarks crystals. Alright, that brings us to Maniac, who just bit the bullet, literally. And then we have Nikolai.
All right, so I'm going to continue with the spinning saw of death onto Blue Flame.
Okay, so after shooting through Plague, this blade just kind of goes shooting across the room and hovering in one of the corners.
It's like flying horizontal, cuts through Plague, and then goes upright, vertical, and heads towards Blue Flame.
it.
Excellent. All right, he is going to dodge out of the way.
Got a 27.
I got a 23. So he dodges most of the way, and you see some flame go whipping off of him that you kind of just gouge through, just barely.
Next pass.
As it goes whirling up towards the ceiling and just kind of circles above you in the room. Spectrum.
All right.
Oh, wait.
What?
Those blue balls that hit me.
Yes.
Those are right.
Those were flame. Yes.
I have
Not plasma, flame.
I have major vulnerability to heat.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, otherwise Spectrum and Blue Flame wouldn't be able to hurt each other. They'd just be shooting at each other. Which would be kind of funny. But alas, did not happen.
Okay.
But in a way, they are kind of the same. They fly, they shoot things. They're good looking.
Whose turn is
They're
it?
hot.
Was that?
All right, it is back to the top, so we are back to Hastur.
I think it's my turn.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Spectrum hasn't done anything. That's right.
Back to the bottom.
Back to the bottom. Yep.
I'm going to step out and replicate what I did before. Since Strake's on an E, we'll just AoE those two again.
Okay, Hastur is going to react the same way. $31.
33.
Okay, 1d splash damage comes out. Okay. All right.
And duck back.
Spectrum went all shy on us.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
What happened? I'm like looking at the front lines, going, "Where'd you guys go?"
Hey, those blue balls hurt. Okay, I think we can all attest to that. Well, at least two of us.
Blue balls do hurt.
They hurt me.
All right, that brings us back to the top of Hastur. He's just laughing in your minds. Fenric, you feel yourself being picked up again. How do you defend?
I'm gonna. Oh, that's will, isn't it?
That's a mental attack, yes. Will or composure or a mental ability, power.
Composure and will are equal now because of the -2, so I'll just stick with will. Okay, so that is 13.
24. So you're taking 2d right now. And you're being thrown at Strake.
Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do.
I can't help anymore.
So that puts my will at 0 with the -2.
Okay, you are staggering. You are not quite out, but you are just about to lose your mind.
Good thing he's a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
And you were thrown halfway across the room towards Strake, where you just kind of fall into a pile.
Fin.
Yeah, we've got an otter down!
Otter down. Need some cheeseburgers.
You're not unconscious, but you're knocked down right now and kind of loopy, seeing birds.
It's been cut in, like writhing around.
Get to the altar.
All right. Speaking of otter, that takes us to you, Fenric. You're barely holding it together.
I'm fleeing because there's fire I'm afraid of that I failed my phobia roll on.
Okay. You can flee very far. If you run, you can go 28 squares. But you don't have to run like mad. You're not there yet. You can move 14 and still do something.
I don't know how many squares I just went. I just drug myself out of there.
It's like 12 where you were at. Now you're further.
Can he heal himself at all, or?
I'm just going and I'm gonna just go to this pole and drink.
Okay. You fall back against the pole and pull out a bottle and kind of cry a little because you're losing it.
Do you count squares diagonally or no?
Not continuously. I will once, but then
Okay.
otherwise the math doesn't add up in a long line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wrap myself around that pole and treat it as a security pole.
Okay.
And Mr. Blue Flame, he's like 50 feet in the air, huh?
He's hovering 40, 50 feet in the air.
Shit.
He's not quite as flamey as he was, not quite as large. He's had some flame cut out of him. Having trouble keeping it lit.
How big is Hastur?
About 10 feet tall. He's pretty big.
Okay.
10, 12 feet tall. He's sitting, though, in this giant throne, oversized throne. All right.
It was plagues, he's dead. Not sure who's next.
It's Blue Flame right now. I'm thinking.
I think you're right.
Okay. He is going to swoop over and shoot some blue balls at Nikolai. How you need to defend, Nikolai? Got some blue fireballs coming at you.
Yep. So, thanks to my split action boost, I'm going to bring that spinning stone disc back and use it as a shield.
Okay, so you swing it down and have it hover between the two of you as these balls come shooting out at you. Go ahead and roll it.
28.
I rolled a 24. You successfully
Whew.
deflect the flying balls. Well played. And that is going to bring us to Dead Plague, which is going to bring us to Strake.
Well, I guess I'm standing underneath Blue Flame. I'm gonna load my rifle and shoot him from underneath. Hopefully,
All right.
blowing out his blue
Power
balls.
up another shot and shoot him crotch style. He leaps back using dodge.
Rolled a 15.
I rolled a 16. He dodges out of the way.
I have nothing. Ah! That's it.
All right, that's going to bring us to Nikolai.
All right. Since my flying disc is already in position, it's going to go horizontal right at Blue Flame.
All right, nice. Roll it.
23. Why are my rolls going down?
$21. You did nick him again.
Ah,
This time his smirk turns into a sneer. Ooh, shit, yeah, it does. Spectrum.
Okay. Well, peekaboo, and
Oh my god.
I think this time I'm just gonna blast the blue guy. I don't think the AoE is feasible here. So let's see if we can take him out of commission.
Okay, take on Blue Flame with your plasma energy. Fuck, I think you guys are going to get him this time. He's going to try and fly out of the way.
33 again.
God damn it. I rolled a 14. He tries to do this fancy little loop-de-loop circle, dodging out of the way of your golden plasma energy rays, and instead of zigging, he zagged right into them, and they catch him right in the chest, knock him across the room, and where he splatters against the wall in a giant blue flame firework, and then kind of dissipates, and then this kind of just black lump falls onto the floor.
Flames go out.
Flames are out.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Love this day so far. And then, whoop.
Jesus. Mighty Spectrum.
Hey, man. Those two fireballs hurt, okay?
You have an honorable way of fighting.
Where did Weasel? Where did? I'm sorry. Where did Fenric go? Fenric, where did you go?
He's drinking.
Oh, that's right. You ran off.
Yeah. I'm like running
He's
forward here,
lost
like
his
rah! And Fenric runs in, does a bunch of attacks,
He ran
and
for
runs
his
out
life.
to drink.
Oh, he got beat the hell out of.
Spectrum's like hiding on the ground, going pew pew pew.
we still have Haster to deal with.
Really broken.
So you guys still just hear this laughter in your minds, and you see Haster stand up from the throne, and he does his little portal motion thing. With one hand, palm out, facing you, and the other one with his index finger out, doing a circle motion, and this little shimmering appears, and out of it shoots a bunch of the bolts that Spectrum had shot earlier comes shooting back out. And Strake, they're coming out at you.
Ooh, that's a nasty power.
I used my power already. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to dodge it with my athletic. Well, yeah, my reaction.
Does he make
Roll it.
new
I
rolls
rolled
for
a
that, or is
27.
it okay?
That's not good.
No, you don't get a roll for that, Spectrum.
No, I was just wondering if it was based off the roll that I'd made.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, 13, 19. Okay, so you're taking 2d right now.
Fortitude or reaction?
Fortitude.
Okay. I'm down to 1d.
And you get blasted back down. Just knocks you back onto your back. Goosh! These plasma bolts slam into you. Alright, and that's going to bring us to Fenric.
Well, my will's at 0.
Daddy's not done spanking you yet, Fenric.
I stay wrapped around my security pillar.
Okay.
What is he talking about?
And Strake.
Well, this soldier's got to come forward to kill this thing. So I'm gonna trudge forward here and do my plant both hands on the ground and shoot plasma towards him to shoot up lightsaber-like things from the ground to shred him in half. Hopefully.
Okay, roll it.
Or not. I rolled a 15.
Okay, nothing seems to happen.
Like my power doesn't go off.
Like it arcs up at him, and then it just doesn't seem to do anything. You don't seem to really see any effect to him. He's just standing there, laughing in your mind.
Damn.
And that brings us to Nikolai.
Let's see. Going to attack Haster with my flying disc. I'm going to go turn it vertical from up above, aiming for the head. Straight down. 25. Don't know if I can take him down with a 25.
I think this is illusion if he's all mental power.
You feel resistance against it as though someone else is trying to control its movement.
You monster!
I rolled a 20 exact. Oh, a 25? I see it. It's right there.
Oh, sorry, that was a question. Yeah, I rolled 20.
Your blade goes shooting down from above him and strikes through him, but you don't see like any cut in like his skin or his robes or anything. It just shoots down him and then clangs off of the stone throne, and then just kind of flips through the air and then slides down on the ground, motionless. You hear Haster in your mind just kind of laughing, and the laughter just kind of slowly goes back, like it's getting further and further away, and you see him kind of fading in and out, and eventually he's translucent. You can kind of see through him. Spectrum.
Egad.
Don't let him get away.
I think it's. I don't know. I question whether he was really there. I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of been wondering that too.
He was an illusion the whole time.
I'm gonna move out here and I'm gonna blast him. Don't think it's gonna do anything, but I'm gonna blast him. But I'm gonna couple this with, hey, Pestir, what planet were you kicked off of? I'm gonna roll my attack.
Roll it.
Yeah, what's up?
And 33 once again.
Okay, you see him make his circle motion at you. $26, so 26, 32. Okay. So your blast hits him, sparks around through him, and as he continues to fade away, he goes from translucent, and then he's like just barely make him out there, and then he disappears completely. You still hear him laughing in your mind. Oh, children, I am not from any planet. I'm from the cosmos itself. I'm older than this entire planet. I am everywhere. I will see you again soon, children.
Cthulhu.
Coward.
Damn it. That really disappoints me seeing his figure go away.
Okay, we took
Like
down
that,
Plague,
like,
we took
hurts
down
me.
Maniac, we took down Blue Flame.
Yeah, me too. But we got Blue Flame, and we got these other a-holes that should have been dead anyway.
Yep, exactly.
So unless he can resurrect.
Giant stone throw strike. It's like oversized. It could fit like two of you in it. Other than that, there's nothing there. Just a simple stone like chair throne, surrounded by a small wall.
Damn. Well, I guess we should check on Fenric. I go pat Fenny Fen.
Does anybody have any booze?
Two alcoves in the back with like ruins written on the floor that you cannot possibly ever understand.
I'm gonna go back to hovering on my
I take a mental picture of him.
my stone
Okay.
platform.
You try to like summon it, but you have to actually walk over and touch it before it starts reacting to you again, just because something happened to it when it passed through him. You don't know what, but you try and summon it. At first it won't move, so you actually have to walk over and grab it, but then it works as normal. You all huddle around Fenric, who's just kind of hugging himself in a bottle.
Hey Fenric, I got something.
Rocking back and forth,
I got something that'll make you feel better. You want to pee on a throne?
I have to unmute. Does that make me feel better if I pee on the throne?
You tell me.
I pee on the throne.
How do you feel?
Better.
Okay.
I pet him behind his ears.
You hear Haster, "Hey, stop that! Stop that!"
I could pee on the throne from this room. I don't even have to enter the room to do that.
Oh, I don't even want to picture that.
Yeah, I actually
put that otter thing away.
Yeah.
I actually moved you without thinking. I think I might just move you back to the throne. I don't want to see that.
Was this it, guys, or we got more to explore?
I don't think we've been everywhere.
North there is a passage.
Well, we can
there is
Fenric to
some stuff north.
There's also an eastern passage.
Yeah. Can I what? Yeah, you can give him a treat. You can give him a treat.
That constant looming mental presence that was constantly bombarding you, that Mwala was shielding, that has gone away.
That go away when Plague dropped?
No, when Hastur disappeared.
We'll should we check out the rest of this or get the hell out of here?
Okay, so where do you go?
Let's go north, and then we can take a look at the thing that goes east on the way out.
Okay, so you go north here. And you see a perfectly circular room. The walls and everything, it's like a complete circle around the floor. Everything is just shaped perfectly. No seams, nothing, made out of the ancient stone. In the floor is like a burnt circle mark that you can't rub off or anything. And there's large circle of cryptic lettering around that burnt circle, and then some glyphs and whatnot on some of the walls. Seemingly random places all over the walls.
What happens if I stand in the circle?
You stand in the circle. Do you stand in the circle?
Yes.
Roll your willpower.
Oh,
No.
You lose your mind.
What's your willpower?
well, it was at 0.
Your willpower is 0.
Yeah, because I have that -4.
I know, I'm just kidding. Nothing happens.
Okay.
You're a monster.
DM humor. DM humor. Okay, what do you guys do now? Nothing happens. You stand in the circle, and nothing seems to happen. Okay, go up there.
Yeah, let's go check that out real quick.
Okay, so that is a like a rough-hewn, tunneled passage. It does not seem like recently made. You know, like the ice has been kind of melted over a little bit and smoothed. So, you know, it's been here for a while, but it is not natural. And it slopes down steeply. Continue.
Sure, is this like Goonies? We're gonna slide.
No. Rock. And there is like a actual flat floor. So
Okay.
it continues down.
There's gotta be a hint how to defeat Hester here.
And continues down. And then it widens out and opens up. All of a sudden, the ice is just like shattered in small little, like those really nice round ice cubes you get sometimes at truck stops that are just like the ultimate soda ice. It's like that, like just a whole pile of it.
My drink
Bunch of
comes
ice
through.
chips.
It's called Sonic Ice, and I just bought a machine that makes it.
Oh, are you kidding me, dude? I'm moving in.
Yeah, it's called the Pearl, and yes, Lynn was like $400, and I'm like, I'm buying it. Like,
So worth it. So worth the investment. Absolutely.
next time you're over, I'll have to show you because I'm.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on my way, dude. Guys, we got to stop. Okay, so it opens up into a large sunken room that is covered in the ancient stone. 4 very large pillars, as you can see, with a raised center. On that is a very large table made of the stone. On it, there are some large chunks of quarks. Laying around on the walls are all sorts of strange tools hanging off the columns in the walls. And strange materials. You see these large grinding wheels and polishing tubs and all sorts of almost like rock forming tools, if you will. And then on this large table, you see some rough quarks and half-worked kind of quarks where it's been polished on one side or shaped on one side. And then you see a large entryway to the south. The mist is much, much thicker down here. And there's an actual pink glowing that seems to be coming out of the passageway.
That's where they're mining the quartz.
Let's pick up this quartz and I put it in a bag.
Certainly possible.
Is it?
Let's go ahead and check it out.
Is that quartz big enough? Can I pick it up? That looks valuable.
Yeah, there's various pieces. There's some that are pretty large, but there are like some smaller, like fist-sized, like that are almost shaped into the idol, into the tongue, as you guys call it.
Okay, I'll pick up that size. Put it in my pouch.
Okay, you now have a fully formed idol and a half-formed idol.
Okay. Do I feel
I think you took one, maybe not.
Yeah, I did last time. I wrote it down.
All right, so you see a passageway with columns and all sorts of ruins and glyphs written inside the alcoves facing the pillars.
I hold the idols and see if I can understand it.
Nothing. The glowing gets much brighter from up ahead, Spectrum. As you look further up in the cave, this is essentially what you see in front of you. Large opening, and in there you see these large columns and surrounding this giant half-buried chunk of quartz. It's glowing pink, but it flashes these odd colors every once in a while, and it just makes your eyes hurt when it does that. Just seeing it, it's just so unnatural and bizarre. Just these flashes of colors that can't even be described. They're just so horrendous, and it's almost pulsing and beating. You could swear it's even physically pulsing, like a heart, as it's laying there. And in front of it, you see three of the priests making these motions, and at the heart, and you can see almost like these pieces coming out from the side and then hardening and falling off, like they're creating quirks.
Should we kill those 3 priests?
Murder time.
Yeah.
Murder time.
God's trick.
What? Murder is our business, and business is good.
We're so good at it. I'm surprised people don't pay us.
Yeah. I love the JPEG.
Thank you very much. Very professional work.
Should have used a TIFF. You can see all.
Use your mom if you're not careful.
No, you haven't seen that Eastbound and Down episode? It's hilarious.
So,
I have not.
Roll a 7 for initiative.
Everyone has gained 1 point of damage from all stats. It's been a good 10 minutes. Yeah, everyone roll initiative. Thank you, Nikolai.
$18 for Fenric.
10.
12.
Nikolai?
7.
So smooth. Okay, so our battle order goes as such. It's going to go Fenric, one of the priests, Strake, the other priest, Spectrum, another priest, and Nikolai. Hey, how about that? So there you go.
Sweet.
Fenric, start us off.
Going to stretch out and
Smack a bitch.
yes.
One, two, or three. One being left, three being right.
I'm gonna go. I may as well go way to the right.
Okay, far right. What'd you roll? I got a 12.
35.
12, 18, 24, dead.
Strangled him to death.
Can you make your little finger into like really needle sharp and stick it in their brains through their noses and stuff?
I don't
That's
think
pretty gross.
No.
But I can make my arm really skinny and go up its nose.
Yes. All right, now
Excellent.
And then expand
the
it.
priest goes. This priest.
Oh, I hit the wrong one.
1, 2, 3, Spectrum. 4, 5, 6, Fenric. Spectrum. Oh, Fenric, he got off easy. Mind Blast at you, Spectrum. How do you defend?
It's my will.
Roll it. Get a +2 from Walla. I rolled a 20 even.
Oh, yeah, that would have messed me up.
Yes, sir.
Uh, 23.
All right, you force out the attack. And that brings us to Strake.
I'm gonna have to replicate my sharpshooting here.
Okay, yep.
And I'll shoot this one on the left.
The one that already attacked.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, you might want to hit the one in the middle.
Yeah, I'll hit the one in the middle.
Yeah, he's eyeing the otter there. Okay, go for it.
Ooh, 15. My roll's cooled off. That's for sure.
You rolled a 15?
Yeah.
I also rolled a 15. Ty goes to attacker, so he does take some damage, but he is standing. And now it is his turn. 1, 2, 3, Strake. 4, 5, 6, Fenric. Fenric. Mind Blast, defend.
And this is the end of Fenric.
I rolled a 12.
The destruction of Fenric.
As his mind explodes.
Thank goodness for the +2. I got 11.
Okay, are you out of leadership, Strake?
Yes.
Okay, you're losing by 1.
No temporary dice left.
No, I used them.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to take 1d damage.
Back to 0.
0.
Back to 0. And effectively cannot attack.
Yep. I have been nullified.
Okay, that is going to bring us to Spectrum.
All right, I'm gonna AOE those two guys.
Go for it.
Yee.
I got a 15 and 14 respectively.
25. Let me just double check the math. 26. No, wait.
You suck.
27. Sorry.
No, 30.
28.
No, it's 27.
27. Okay, going once, going twice, sold. Okay. So 1, 2.
I got an otter sphincter for all you guys.
Okay. So they both take 2d. Okay. They are both still standing, but badly hurt. And that is going to bring us to Nikolai, our cleanup. The Master of Dirt plays cleanup.
Yeah.
I love that.
Gonna roll this stone disc at that priest there.
Roll it.
30.
I got a 4.
Cool.
It slices, it dices.
Yes.
It Julian cubes.
Watch the cooking evenings with Nikolai.
And for a limited time. All right, brings us back to the top. Fenric.
I'm Putty.
Oh, yep.
Is he like Woody Woodpecker now? He's just kind of like making that funny laugh and running up and down the walls.
Pretty much.
Let's hope not. Strake.
I think I'll have to shoot him again.
Roll it.
17.
I got a 4.
Nice. He's like, hey guys,
Dead.
what's going on? Boom! Head explodes.
Yep.
But next time we play this game, I'm making a guy who can do the scanners thing.
What do you mean?
Telepathy is so intense that it can make people's heads
Yeah.
explode.
Kind of like be the mind blast, really.
Yeah. Very cool.
Biles. All right. That's the compound. You cleared it out.
Awesome.
Chased off Huster, killed his captains.
We need to get back to our boat. Get warm.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm thinking about possibly doing something kind of stupid, but it might be pointless.
Whoa.
Stupid and pointless.
What have we experienced with? Have we tried to damage or explode these pink stones?
We have not.
No, Nikolai tried to manipulate one with his power to see if he could, and he had no reaction to it.
All right. Before
And
I do something,
before that, that's it.
before I do something really stupid, I want to go back to this room that had the chunks of the stone around.
Okay, the workshop where they form it.
Yeah, and I want to. Is there like a smaller piece of stone, something that just
Sure.
Yeah,
Strake picked up one about a fist size, almost the size of an idol, where they had chunked it down.
All right, I mean, even smaller if possible, but I'm going to find the smallest possible without taking a ton of time, and just set it off, even a little chip or something. Set it off to the side and blast it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And you create a black hole.
30.
Jesus!
Set off a chain reaction out, it'll combust. Coal dust in the air.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I said you set off a chain reaction and it all combusts like coal dust in the air.
Excellent. The whole room?
The whole complex. No, you blast it and it goes skittering across the floor, but seemingly unmarked.
Yeah, okay. So better that than
And
finding it.
The army might be able to use this thing.
I think it's safe to say that you've at least got a puzzling clue that perhaps this could be the same stuff that gave you your powers.
Well, that's what Hastur is claiming.
And same with Fenric.
Right, and if that's true, then me blasting this big glowy thing wouldn't do anything, probably. So
That's where your powers were birthed from. In theory, from what you've possibly seen.
you know what?
I'm not saying it is, but you have the idea. I mean, it hasn't been proven fact, but the idols look very similar. The stories of how Mwala and everyone got their power is very similar to what you and Fenric experienced.
I want to try and brave things to go down here and touch this glowing.
You touch it like one of the pillars or the large center.
The if I can get to the large center, I mean, I'll fly up to it, and touch the glowy bits.
Okay. Do you fly above it or just towards it?
Towards it, No need to
Okay.
really.
As you get closer to it, that the pulsing of those unnatural lights drives you back,
With
and you
like
start to like lose control of your flying, and you start to fall, almost like fainting.
Interesting. So as I'm sort of falling, I will try and move backwards away from it.
That's my beating heart sound effect.
Thanks.
Yep, you get away.
And okay, well,
This could be
enough of
valuable
that.
to the military. Let's not destroy it.
I was just looking to see if recharge.
Make it a base. Figure out these secrets and how to refine it.
Right.
Unfortunately, you completely destroyed the lab that was doing it. You know, casualties.
But we got the notes and stuff.
We would need to install some fireplaces, maybe some wood stoves.
I don't know.
Yeah, there were like a few coal braziers that obviously they would light for warmth, but there was no like chimneys or anything like that. Very ancient. This place is so ancient. This place is like as old as the planet.
I
It's
can
just
Perhaps
moved
we
with
could-
the tectonic plates and sunken down into the Antarctica under the ice. And that's it, guys.
Cool.
End of
Well,
Ha has risen.
Has risen. Or not.
Excellent.
End of Ha. Right on.
And at the same time had its head chopped off. So good
Perfect
job, guys.
timing. 2 hours. Okay.
Killed
We
the
could,
human captains and chased off Hestur.
We have an opportunity to start the Men in Black.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the streaming here in 3, 2, 1.
So I was gonna have a cliffhanger where